Hi guys, so I wanted to give you some tips on how to overcome the "it's too expensive, thanks for telling me though" response from potentials. I know that a lot of people, especially newbies, struggle with this issue, and it's frustrating because you can't get across to someone how important Slim is, or even get them to try it if they think it's too expensive. So I have a couple different tips for you, and I'm going to go over all of them. You can choose which applies to you. But the first one is the one I see that is the most common, and I'll give you an example to show it. A couple weeks ago I was talking to someone and they say, well, I'm telling people, but this is what happens. I tell them about Plexus and they ask me the price, and I tell them and they say, oh, it's too much, thanks, and I know it's expensive, but da-da-da-da. And I stopped her right there and I said, wait a minute, you just solved your own problem. And she was like, what? And I said, you just told me that you think Plexus is expensive, or that you think your customers think Plexus is expensive. Your insecurity about the price, you just projected onto me. And you're probably doing that to your potentials, whether you think so or not. And she kind of thought about it, and I said, do you ever apologize for the price? Or do you ever try to help them reason it out of how they probably could afford it if they took something out of their life? And she said, well, yeah. And I said, well, that is telling them that it's expensive. That's why they're thinking it's expensive. That's probably the main reason why. So tell me what sounds better. If someone says, is it expensive? And I say, well, it's about the price of a fancy drink at Starbucks or a coffee. If you took that out, you could totally afford to take Slim. Which is the response a lot of people use. Or if, when they ask me, is it expensive? And I said, oh no, that is one of my favorite things about it, is it's so affordable, especially compared to what I was doing. It's a great price. How do you feel with the two different answers? One makes you think, well, if she's already apologizing, or if she's trying to help me figure out how to fit it, then it must be expensive. No, it's okay, I'm not interested. And the other one is, wow, really? Well, tell me more. So that's my first example, my first tip. So really examine yourself. How do you feel about it? Is it something that you feel insecure about saying? Even if you don't think it's expensive for you, but you feel like your customer or your potential will think it is, then fix that issue. So my second tip is that I used to go Slim with people, just the Slim, because I was insecure about the price, and I was insecure about trying to tell them they needed to order 3 products. And I also didn't understand how important our gut products were at the time. But so what sounds better to you? When I say, well, there's one product for $80, or a whole month supply of 3 products that's going to give you total body healing for $125. And if you love it and you and your husband want to take it, for $109. That's it. Our mind works for sales and combo packs, and that's why, stores use them. Buy one, get one free. So a combo pack of all 3, it's even discounted to $125. That language right there, I have never had one person say, oh, that's expensive, when I go the combo pack. When I just recommend Slim because I'm insecure about recommending 3 things, I always used to hear, oh, that's expensive. So I also want you to think about that. And the third tip I have is to just hop, skip, and jump over the question. And this is something that Lori Harrison taught us at the Saturday training, and she gave us an example. And she said that first question that you get asked, which is usually, is it expensive or what's the price, is not really their true question. Because if they knew what Plexus could do for them or was going to do for them in the future, they wouldn't care what the price was. Especially some of these amazing life-changing testimonies, right? If I had known that it was going to get me through spring and summer without one allergy flare-up, I would not have cared if it had cost $400 or $500. So they don't know the value yet. So hop, skip, and jump over it. Say, well, there's lots of different options, big bottles, little bottles, combo packs, but what are you struggling with so I can know what to recommend? And then you get them talking about their problems and their issues, and you're asking questions, and you're getting them to convince themselves of how much they need the combo pack. So try that out. Just glaze over it. Don't, okay, well, let me read my script of how I'm supposed to answer this. No, just, well, hey, we'll talk about that later. Or, well, there's different combos. Let me know how I can help you and what I can recommend. What are you dealing with? Jump over it. So those are my 3 different tips of where to start with that objection if you're getting that a lot. So let me know how they work and what you thought. All right, bye guys.